Welcome back. I'm your host, Tim Chung, here at Dr. Sun Yat-sen Garden. Now, the 2012 presentation of Eco Fashion Week brought a few surprises, including a completely new venue and a list of new designers. And on today's West Coast Style, Mansour gets up close and personal with some of Canada's top eco-conscious designers.
Pacific Center's West Coast Style is brought to you by Pacific Center.
The West Coast is one of the most beautiful places on the planet, and I'm on the hunt to make sure that the people here look just as good as where they live. I'm Mansour, and I'm a lifestyle journalist searching for the most cutting-edge fashion and beauty hotspots, deals, and tips, all in our own backyard. I'll do the shopping so you don't have to. This is West Coast Style. Last week on West Coast Style, I gave you a glimpse of Vancouver Eco Fashion Week's new venue at Robson Square and a few never-before-seen designers for their Fall-Winter 2012 presentation. But it was the much-anticipated returning show that drew the crowds on closing night. Jeff Garner and his line, Prophetic. How does it feel to be back at Eco Fashion Week yet again?
You know what? I love coming here. I mean, they're on the cutting edge of eco-fashion, so I'm here to support it.
Garner's inspiration for Fall-Winter 2012 was the Grace Kelly era of the 1950s, but he didn't sway too far away from the aesthetic he's become known for.
I never stepped away from my roots of the Southern culture, so there'll still be that influence. You'll see riding boots, chauffeur pants. I'm a horse rider. But, you know, I gravitate towards that kind of nostalgia, and history just teaches us so much.
Historical references, yes, but ecologically safe how? Jeff Garner explained to us how his line is considered healthy for the planet.
Well, we don't wash our hair as much. No, I'm kidding.
We're trying to downplay the stereotype.
Oh, got it. Yeah, sorry. We're not hippies, promise. You know, it starts with fabrication, then the natural dyes, and then we manufacture locally in Tennessee. This shirt is hemp.
Wow.
I mean, do you ever see tuck shirts made of hemp? Not really.
Feels good.
Thank you.
What do you think are the best ways to grow that eco-consciousness?
Yeah, I mean, constant exposure causes acceptance. So the more it can get out there in the marketplace in a commercial entity, the better, I think.
This time around, Vancouver Eco Fashion Week organizers were definitely on the same page as Garner. For Fall-Winter 2012, Vancouver Eco Fashion Week teamed up with thrift store giant Value Village as one of their main sponsors. This partnership couldn't be more fitting with Vancouver Eco Fashion Week's mandate, keeping fabric out of a landfill and reusing fashion in a creative way.
Eco Fashion Week celebrates what we've been doing for nearly 60 years. It was a great connection and great tie to be involved. We divert more than 600 million items from landfills. Anything that we do not sell, we recycle those items. We also send items to developing countries.
The designers at Eco Fashion Week, including Jeff Garner, may make most of their revenue selling new clothes, but even they still strongly support shopping thrift and reusing fashion.
I think vintage is great. You know, a lot of it needs to be taken in or restyled and whatnot, and I think that spurs creativity.
What are your thoughts on Vancouver's growing fashion scene and how Eco Fashion Week has really propelled it to a global scale?
Because you guys are so excited about it. You don't have the inhibitions, so therefore it's kind of taking this freedom and this creativity and growth that in other places they cannot.
Looking at the runway, it's apparent the creativity that exists within Vancouver's fashion community. But according to Eco Fashion Week's founder, Mariam Laroche, we still have a ways to go before discovering our full green potential.
Vancouver is a very young city. The fact that they want to be the greenest city in the world by 2020 helps a lot. But it's much more than a bike lane, much more than composting and recycling. It's about habits. The city has been extremely supportive, but I think we need another push.
So Vancouver, let's step up to the challenge. I'm Mansour for West Coast Style.
Pacific Center's West Coast Style has been brought to you by Pacific Center.
Now, to find out more about the designers, check out ecofashionweek.com. Now, from style to swank, on this week's Sprott Shot Higher Learning, Melanie works at one of the city's finest hotels.
Sprott Shaw Community College's Higher Learning is brought to you by Sprott Shaw Community College at sprottshaw.com.
The Fairmont Pacific Rim, with its marble lobby and its beautiful Vancouver views, it's swanky. But today, I don't get to be a guest. I get a look at what happens behind the scenes.
I've been in the hotel business for about 15 years.
I think I'm going to do fine. How hard could it be to say, hi, welcome to the Fairmont Pacific Rim?
Melanie's assignment? To seamlessly integrate herself behind the scenes at the Fairmont Pacific Rim.
How do I look? Fedora, hello. Any job with an accessory like a hat, I'm in.
Today's challenge might not be as easy as she thinks.
Melanie is going to be at the front door. She's going to be welcoming our guests.
Hi, welcome to the Fairmont Pacific Rim. Have a good day.
We just have to be visual. You want to have every guest coming in and going out.
Okay.
When you open, just a small motion.
Slow motion.
Yeah.
Have a good day.
Thank you.
Should I help you? Yeah.
Melanie definitely should have picked up those pieces of luggage.
My mind wasn't trained to pick up the luggage, so when I just saw it walk by, I just didn't do anything. So Patrick, I'm sorry.
The good thing about Melanie is that she is a habitual smiler. She was very engaging, very warm with the guests, and really sincere when greeting them.
I'll take over for you when you want to go on vacation.
Absolutely.
Okay.
With the front door job under control, Melanie heads to the front desk.
Good afternoon. Thank you for calling the front desk. Melanie speaking. How can I help you? The best thing about the front desk job? It's inside. You know how cold it is out there?
You are the face of the hotel, so you have to have a big smile.
Hello, how are you?
Well, thanks. How are
Welcome
you?
to the Fairmont Pacific Rim.
Thank you.
It involves a lot of coordination, and it involves a lot of emotional intelligence.
I'm allergic to feathers.
Who is allergic to feathers? Is that even an allergy?
At the front desk, you get all types of requests.
It sounds kind of funny, but I've been told that I have to go and see Gassy Jacks.
So, we are not in Burnaby.
I'm not exactly sure what Melanie's doing.
It's in this general area.
She's really fiddling with that map. I'm not sure how long she's lived in Vancouver.
Thank you.
Have a good day.
Thanks so much.
Who is allergic to feather pillows, by the way? High maintenance. All right.
We don't say that in hotels.
Sorry. Eunice has an amazing amount of patience. He really made hospitality industry fun.
From front door to front desk, how did she do?
Melanie has the personality and the engagement, absolutely, to be in the hotel industry. I think her training curve is going to be pretty steep, but she might do okay.
So how'd I do? Would you hire me? Would you fire me? I'm thinking you're gonna hire me.
Well, you are hired.
With conditions.
With a lot of conditions.
I think I prefer hotel bars to hotel housekeeping. Cheers.
Sprott Shaw Community College's Higher Learning has been brought to you by Sprott Shaw Community College at sprottshaw.com.
Next week, Melanie becomes a barista at Starbucks. You got to check that out. You're watching The Express on Shaw TV. Here's what's coming up. Bells on Rapids.
Your eye that's bothering you?
And dealing with an emergency in Squamish. The Express, we are your local voice.
Community programming on Shaw has been generously sponsored in part by
Hairstyling and color services for Shaw TV, provided by the Lounge Hair Studio. LoungeHairStudio.com.
Welcome back. I'm Tim Chung here at Dr. Sun Yat-sen Garden. And it's that time of year again. I'm not talking about playoff season. I'm talking about stag and stagette season. And when you're planning one, it's always good to think outside the box. And on this week's Wedding Bells, the girls go to the Canadian Outback for a little whitewater rafting. You got to check it out.
Hi, I'm Aubrey.
And I'm Sarah.
And we are the Wedding Bells.
I just got engaged.
And I did not. We're on an adventure to plan the big day.
In researching stag and stagette ideas, I took Aubrey whitewater rafting.
I was really, really excited about this.
I was scared. I'm scared of water. I have really bad asthma. And I am good on frozen water.
Shannon from Canadian Outback Adventures told us.
The water is warmed up nicely to 6 degrees.
Almost frozen, Aubrey.
We also do a lot of stags and stagettes, so it's a great way for those groups to kind of take their mind and focus off of the wedding planning.
You can say that again. You would not be thinking about flowers, ribbons, poof, pink.
Speak for yourself. I'm kind of excited to have the little pink ones.
It's red.
No, it's kind of a pink.
I, for one, was thinking about safety.
Safety first.
Grab.
The safety demo was fun.
Never lost a life jacket.
Haha, funny.
Speaking of funny.
All right, here we go. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
That's actually the last one I was picked up in 5 years.
Sarah kept trying to ease my tension with some real zingers. We don't have paddles.
Oh, we're already up a creek without a paddle.
Okay, Sarah, let's focus. My fears subsided when I realized that Batman was our guide. And we were off. Right away, we went through 2 little ones, then we went through these huge ones. And then you'll never guess what happened. We don't have footage because
I couldn't work the camera.
However, the adventures of Batman are always documented.
Hold on, folks. Here we go!
Sarah, do something!
I'm trying. Aubrey, that's the wrong end of the paddle.
What do we do?
Have no fear, ladies. I'm back.
Holy Batman, that was amazing.
It was amazing how fast they got back in, how they rescued everybody.
I couldn't believe it, and apparently that doesn't ever happen. Only to us. We'd lost a few of our crew. They were safe, and Batman was bad. These folks are amazing.
I felt very safe.
Believe it or not, I did too. It validated my fear that yes, it is dangerous, but it also sort of got rid of my fear because I did it and I'm fine.
I mean, look at these brave folks. Oh, and look at the photographer.
They led the way on this outdoor adventure. We even ate worms, and look at my nails. In conclusion to this stagette research,
I think this is a great idea for a wedding, a bridal party, because you have to bond together as a team.
Speaking of team, how team wedding bells do? We're not a good team.
You know, we were trying together, and I think that shows a lot of team effort.
So we stayed in the boat as a team, which was good team building.
For Shaw TV, we're the Wedding Bells.
Thanks very much, Bells. Daring as always. Now we're going over to Nicole Fitzgerald in Whistler Village. Nicole.
Thanks, Tim. Natural disasters do happen. Things like floods, forest fires, and large-scale accidents. They're all rare occurrences that require a special plan of attack. And that plan needs to be practiced at least once a year.
Innocent man calling EOC. I'm at the airport. There's been a bus crash here with multiple injuries.
I've actually been involved with 16 real emergencies in British Columbia, and I've seen the pain and suffering that disasters can cause.
Mainly your eye that's bothering you?
Yeah.
And that's why Jim Lamorte has consulted BC municipalities for more than 25 years. Today, he is facilitating 2 disaster training exercises at the Squamish Emergency Operations Centre.
There's all kinds of shades of disasters, but in the province we have 54 defined hazards that we pay attention to. So all the way from landslides to earthquakes to tsunami, of course, in parts of the province. Wildfire is a big one in this particular corridor, flooding, of course. So you lose power there and it starts to flood throughout here.
A flooding scenario was staged earlier in the morning. But by the afternoon, centre staff and volunteers were focused on the Squamish Airport.
Our team dispatch information was that we had a bus on the tarmac of the airport. It was a rollover accident with multiple victims.
Operations Centre staff first deployed Squamish Fire Rescue. Other first responders such as police, ambulance and public works personnel followed. 2 command centres were established, one here at the District of Squamish Public Safety Building, the other at the scene of the disaster exercise.
Its primary purpose is to support those hardworking people at the site of an emergency. This provides the connection between the site personnel, like the first responders, and all of the support that they can gain either through the municipality or through the province, through the federal government, even international support. It's all about coordination. We can have lots of resources in our community, but if they don't know where to go and how to respond in a coordinated fashion, they start stepping over each other.
Support is given to both the victims and the victims' families.
In an aircraft crash in particular, it's the families of the victims, the casualties at the aircraft. We have to think of those and anticipate those and make sure they're informed.
This yearly training exercise is an invaluable tool to all of those involved, community members and agencies alike.
We don't get to practice on a larger scale like this all the time. It went smoothly. We were able to extricate the victims from the bus rapidly, and it worked well with BC Ambulance Service here.
Getting involved with an exercise like this makes me feel like I'm doing something really positive for the community and helping everybody else contribute even before the need is there.
Preparing for the worst, but ready with the best. From Squamish, I'm Nicole Fitzgerald for Shaw TV.
Every municipality in BC undergoes a yearly exercise like this. Municipal staff primarily runs the center, but volunteers are always needed, so contact your municipality to get involved. Here's what's happening around Metro Vancouver. Bard on the Beach celebrates Shakespeare with a birthday bash and a 2012 season preview. For 3 days in May, 20,000 people will celebrate Vancouver's 6th annual Sustainable Living Expo. Epic. 3 genres, 8 DJs, 15 minutes. Red Bull 3 style has ignited clubgoers across Canada and beyond. I'm Tim Chung at Dr. Sun Yat-sen Garden in Vancouver's Chinatown, and thanks for watching The Express only on Shaw TV.